Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you are on good and healthy conditions. Today I want to present my essay on this PowerPoint. It is discussed about the application of online learning, disadvantages of studying online. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Dadu Andaru. I'm college student from the State Islamic Institute of Surakarta, majoring English language education from the class of 30. Here I have the topic. The topic is disadvantages of studying online. I have a thesis on my essay. The thesis is there are many cons that result from the application of online learning by the government and the expectation of students to the government. Here the introduction. Since the beginning of the entry of the coronavirus in Indonesia last March, many sectors of life have been affected by this outbreak. One of them is the education sector. The Minister of Education has changed the education system to online in order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. However, there were many cons that were expressed, especially among the students themselves. One of the most worries of them is about how much they have spent on buying internet quotas to be connected to online learning. Here my content. My content is about the first, cons of students about online learning. Second, negative impact of online learning. The third, the expectation of students to the government. Okay, the first content is cons of student about online learning. The first is the use of device for online learning, which not all students have. Not all students come from well-to-do families, so some of them do not have devices to take online learning. The second, the amount of money they have to spend to buy internet quotas to connect with online learning. The use of internet quota for online learning does require more money, especially during the current pandemic, which of course make our economy is difficult. The third is the obstacle was in the form of signal difficulty experienced by students from remote village. Many students living in remote villages are struggling to find signal to connect to online learning. They have to go first to the village officer or local library or even to the city just so they can connect to Wi-Fi and take part in online lesson. The second content, negative impact of online learning. There are some negative effects of online learning. The first is the ineffectiveness in conveying material from teachers to the students is very pronounced. This causes a lack of a conducive and good learning atmosphere so that many students do not understand the learning material. Second, the hassle of connecting in online learning. Some online learning pages are a little tricky to use, so that for students who are a little clueless, of course, it will be difficult to use it. Students from remote villages are definitely not only in trouble but don't even understand this technology. Their lack of school facilities is what causes this. Okay, the last content of my essay, the expectation of students to the government. The first is assistance from the government in the form of device that can be used by students who don't have it by providing educational aided facilities such as in schools, libraries, and also the village office. The remote village of the students should be prioritized in this assistance. The second, there is a free educational internet quota for students. With the distribution of free education quotas, it can ease the burden on parents in their expenses, and they also don't worry anymore about running out of money to buy quotas. The third, equitable development of electrical installation, so that students from remote villages can connect to online learning, so that the internet can be reached in the village. In addition, installing Wi-Fi in regional libraries is very useful for students in this online learning. Okay, here we come to conclusions. So we can conclude that from the many complaints and cons from students, it is hoped that the government can provide a solution quickly and accurately. In addition, the role of parents accompanying their children is very necessary. And hopefully this pandemic outbreak can soon disappear from our country and we can return to our activities as before. Okay, this is the end of my presentations. Thank you for listening, and I hope it can give some benefit to you, the viewers, and all of us. I'm sorry if I have some mistake on this video. Thank you and see ya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.